everybody, I'm Nick from DIY Detail.
And I'm Yvan, and welcome to the DIY Detail Podcast.
Today we're going to be answering questions we've been asking you in previous episodes. Send us your questions at DIYdetail.com, and now we're here to answer them.
Exactly. And our first question comes from Blake in Alberta.
Now, Blake, sorry. Am I going too fast?
No, but what did Blake ask?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we got the exact question out there.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how to clean wheels. Do I clean them first or after I clean the car? What product should I use?
So wheel cleaning can be just part of your general washing routine. And I like to start with the wheels. So I'll use the all-purpose cleaner on the wheels and on the tires to work it in. Nice brush. The green brush is the one I like. Get in there, get in the wheels, get all that done. And then when I'm rinsing the car, I can rinse that all-purpose cleaner off the wheels.
One question. Do you want the wheel to be cold, hot, wet, dry? What should I watch out for in terms of that rim face especially?
Well, if you have mud accumulation on it, if you've been off-roading, things like that, then yeah, you definitely want to rinse the mud off first before getting in there with the APC. If it just has a bit of light dust on it, spray away. If you have rust accumulation, so your brakes throw off metal all the time.
Right.
And your wheels, even though you clean them with the APC, they're not coming clean, then you can use the iron remover.
I like the all-purpose cleaner. I like the iron remover. Let's say, hey, I'm looking at this wheel. It's really dirty. All-purpose cleaner first and then iron remover?
Right. So the all-purpose cleaner is going to remove all the grease, the dirt, the road grime that could be on it. And then your iron remover just has to deal with the iron contamination. It doesn't have to break through the rest of the stuff to get to it.
So you'd all-purpose cleaner. You let it dwell a little bit. You don't want it to dry.
Right.
Then you would agitate. So you'd clean your rim faces and then the tire.
Yeah.
Then you would rinse off.
Exactly.
And you take a look at it. You're like, I still see some of this brake dust. Let me grab the iron remover and do the rim face.
Exactly. The iron remover on the wheel or on the tire, will do absolutely nothing.
So don't waste your time or money.
Yeah, exactly. But put it on the wheel, get it in there, let it sit for a few minutes, and then you can agitate it with a brush to make it work even deeper.
Now, that brush, do you want that brush to be wet? What kind of brush would you agitate the iron remover on the rim face with?
So I'll use a wheel and body brush. So the brush that we have with the green bristles does a great job with that. Get it in there. It's a nice soft brush. It's not going to scratch anything, but at the same time, it's supple enough to get into the details of the wheel.
Okay, so you let it dwell. You don't want to let it dry on the face of the rim, although it's not, call the ambulance, emergency room.
No.
This is something that you can rectify by re-wetting it or applying more iron remover. But just generally working in small sections, you don't want to let things dry on the paint.
Yeah.
And then you rinse it off. You can dry it. You can use a leaf blower. You can move on.
Exactly. And when you're done, after you've washed the whole car, don't forget to put the tire lotion on the tires. That really seals the deal.
And not to overcomplicate it, because this is super simple. Clean your wheels, clean your tires.
Yeah.
Then clean the rest of the car. And after you've dried it and stuff, then put the tire lotion on as your last step.
Exactly.
Because if you're going to clean the car again, it's going to drip all the way down on the wheels. And if you're going to dress the tires, just wait till the last thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got wheel cleaning down.
Right.
Do you enjoy wheel cleaning?
Not really.
I don't think
I like the results of the wheel cleaning. Getting down on my knees, low. I'm a little older than you are.
Yeah.
Getting down there, working on them, not always a fun thing.
Well, we're doing the DIY detailing podcast. DIY detail pod.
Yeah.
I'm a detailer, detailing, but DIY detail. When we talk about it, you don't need a pressure washer.
No, you can use a garden hose.
Right. But a pressure washer really is helpful when it comes to the wheel wells. And, it's the one spot where I feel like a pressure washer makes life easier with wheels.
And if you have those carpeted wheel wells, the manufacturers are putting them in because it cuts down sound, cuts down overspray. They have a lot of advantages. The disadvantage is they hold dirt like crazy. Before getting them wet, get in there with a brush and dry brush them. That will take a lot of that dirt off of them first before putting water on them. Because when you put water on them, you're now creating mud.
Yeah. Speaking of mud, speaking of car washing, Dan from Indiana says, I've heard a lot of people use Dawn dish soap. Can I use that to wash my car?
Yes, you can, but you're not going to do a good job. Dawn dish soap leaves a film that makes it seem like you've removed your wax. It's not actually removing the wax, and a lot of people believe that it removes the wax. It doesn't. But what it's doing is leaving a film that's going to make your car get dirtier faster. So that is the real negative aspect of it. It's literally leaving a film on there. Because Dawn dish soap, one of the things that Dawn wants to do is cut the grease, like we know, we're cleaning the dishes, but it wants the water to sheet off the dish. So when you pull it out, it's almost dry. Now on a car, we like beading. That sheeting action, which technically is actually better, but the looks of it and, there are complications on both sides. Nonetheless, that sheeting action that they get on the dishes makes it so that on the car, we're leaving sort of a film, so you're not getting all the gloss you want out of your car, and it's going to get dirtier faster.
Right, a greasy film on my car does not sound like what I want on my car.
No. Now, Dawn, if you're cleaning ducks at the beach, or if you're cleaning dishes, great stuff.
Did you say cleaning ducks?
Yes.
At the beach?
Right. You've seen the commercial where they're taking the Dawn soap and they're saving these ducks that got caught in an oil spill. So
that sounds like some important work that they were doing.
Exactly. So that's a good application for Dawn.
Okay.
And doing your dishes.
But we're not endorsing cleaning ducks today. No, we're talking about washing cars.
Yeah.
All right. So Dawn is out. We have Incredible Suds.
Yeah, Incredible Suds or a rinseless wash, whichever you prefer. But use a dedicated chemical for cleaning your car. We put a lot of money and time and effort into caring for these, into buying them. Yeah. They're a big investment for a lot of us. And use the proper products for the job.
Can we just talk about how much more expensive cars are, the used car market? I mean, just if you're watching or listening to this podcast, you want to learn how to clean your car better. But
exactly.
It's such an important investment. And so doing it the right way, it's not impossibly hard at all. It's actually quite easy. And that's why we're here. But using the right products is important for these investments.
Right. And not only that, using the right products actually makes it easier to do, faster to do, and more fun because you're going to get a better result. And that result is what we're after. We're a results-driven society. We want the result of, look at how shiny my car is. Well, yes, your car is shiny. If you're using Dawn dish soap, it's great for your dishes, not good for your paint.
We've talked a lot about, the suburban neighborhood and dad out there washing his car back in the day.
Yeah.
Is that happening less and less, you think?
It's actually happening more. So it was on the decline, and now it's going back up again because we had this, little pandemic thing, COVID, whatever. Anyways, it sort of disrupted the world and changed the way things were going. It allowed people to feel that I have time. People were at home, they were stuck, they had nothing else to do. They went out in their driveway and they washed their car and went, oh wow, now I know why my dad liked doing this. It's
Honey,
fun.
check this out, look what I did.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And so people are starting to get back into it. And, we're part of that movement that we want people, do-it-yourselfers at home, to have fun washing their cars.
Well, Ivan and I have a lot of professional experience in the detailing world, but we see customers and we see their questions and we know what their concerns are.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's develop a product line. Let's work with a product line here that has pro-grade, made in USA products.
Right.
That everyone can use.
Exactly. Now, speaking of that, we have more questions.
We have more questions.
And if you have a question, send it to us at questions@diydetail.com.
Listen to this guy's voice at diydetail.com.
Yeah.
So I want to send you a question. That was convincing. Eric from Nebraska wants to know, my windshield has heavy film. I can't seem to get the streaks off. How do I do this?
Okay. So first of all, you need a good glass cleaner. Secondly, you need a good glass cleaning towel. And my friend Nick here has his secret weapon.
The melamine sponge, the magic eraser. We sell one on the website. It's the real deal. The bee's knees. All the kids are loving the magic eraser. I don't know if the kids are loving. Don't give your kids a magic eraser.
No.
But the reality with the melamine sponge here is it just cuts through the grime because so many people. You're driving right at 5 o'clock into the sun.
Yeah.
It's super dangerous time. And you see every time Fido and the kids put their feet up, it's just like all the streaks. Maybe people smoke, they sing in their car. whatever causes this film,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Well,
It's
and there's
not-
off-gassing from the plastics too. If you have a new car, you can clean your windshield today, and tomorrow it's still going to look greasy because of the plastics off-gassing from a new car.
How often does that happen? Just with new cars?
With new cars, for about a year, you have that.
Really?
Yeah, that new car smell.
Yeah.
Well, that new car smell is the plastic off-gassing inside the car.
Well, that sounds incredibly healthy.
Oh yeah, sure.
Anyway, so the off-gassing, and then, well, people smoke in their car too. And
Yeah.
if you have a used car, for instance, you may have had it detailed, and it's not very clean, at least to my standards.
Right.
But the reality is, there may be that film on there that the $10 detailer may not have done anything well to remove.
Exactly. So using crystal clear, the melamine sponge, spray a bit of crystal clear on the sponge, not on the glass. This is a mistake that a lot of people make, is putting way too much product on the glass. You know, when we're spraying suds on the car, incredible suds, you want to use a lot of it because it's fun. You want to
It's
get
fun.
that thick lather, shaving cream type look. On glass, be as sparing and as cheap as possible. So you want to use the least amount of glass cleaner you can think of getting away with, and you'll do a better job.
I would just say, yeah, anytime you're cleaning an interior surface especially, spray onto a towel.
Yeah.
And then apply.
Right.
Versus going for the, let me just spray willy-nilly over here. Oh, is that 100-degree Florida sun? Like baking?
Yeah.
Even if it's water on your leather, you could dump some water on leather, and the sun comes down if your door's open in direct sunlight. Like, things can bake into your car if you're not
Right.
careful. So here's how you be careful. Spray something into a glass
Yeah.
cleaner, like your glass cleaner into a towel or the melamine sponge.
Right. And if you're using the melamine sponge, 2 or 3 little sprays into the sponge, and then apply the glass cleaner using the sponge. The sponge provides a bit of abrasive, and that little bit of abrasive helps cut through the dirt that's on there, or that accumulation, or the plastic, off-gassing, whatever. Breaks through it, and then take your dedicated glass towel, which is a very low nap towel, to go in there and wipe off any excess moisture. And you'll feel how much slicker your glass is and how easier it is to clean.
Yeah, and I would always say, use the melamine sponge first, and then I like to maybe do a spray or two on the glass towel, even as there's still some of that glass cleaner left on the glass. So it's melamine sponge with some glass cleaner.
Yeah.
Then a towel that's a little bit wet for that first pass, and then I'm flipping to a clean side for my final buff down. It's all about using clean towel sides as you do that final second set of that second pass, because that's how you're gonna really get those streaks removed.
Exactly. And cleaning glass, it's a low nap microfiber towel you want. That terry towel that you use at the beach, keep it for the beach. It's not meant for cleaning your car.
Once you dial in your interior windshield game, you're gonna be the hero, the magician at home.
Yeah.
With the bathroom window, the mirror, it's like, this is simple, it's easy.
Yeah, exactly. And glass cleaning techniques not only apply to the windshield, they apply to the whole vehicle and your home and office, wherever, even these things. So it's an important skill to learn, and once you've learned it, you've got it for life.
Can I talk about like 2 of the best products or hacks that I found? One is the melamine sponge on interior windshields.
Right.
Like, that changed the game for me.
Yeah.
And the second is Incredible Suds from our product lineup, because I've never used anything like it.
Yeah, it just, and, the name Incredible Suds is just that. It's incredible. But what it does do, contrary to a lot of soaps, it's actually very active in its cleaning ability. So when you spray it on the vehicle, when you foam it on, it's actually taking the dirt and lifting it off the surface. So a lot of soaps are just there for lubrication. They're there for suds. They're really cute, all that, but they're not actually working.
Well, you can make a lot of things look impressive with foam and suds, but when we went to the chemist on this, like, spare no expense. This is not going to be a product that we're like, hey, look at this, but we didn't spend any money. Like, this product's legit. Like, it's got the right ingredients in there, because we knew we had to make something that worked for something that fundamental in terms of a car soap.
Right, like you can make soap suds just by adding sugar to it. And some of them, you look at the SDS sheets, they're there. Speaking of SDS sheets, we want you to have that information. And on every label, there's a little QR code.
Yep.
That QR code brings you to the SDS sheet and an instructional video on how to use the product.
and that's exactly what we do. We make these instructional videos. We ask questions to each other. We answer your questions. Nick and Ivan sometimes joke around like the goofballs that we are.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ivan, what is the most surprising thing that you found in working with DIYers? Because you worked with pros for decades.
Right.
You know what the basic questions are that the first timers have. Has anything surprised you in that space?
No, not really. The DIY detailer, what I like about the DIY detailer compared to the professional detailer is just the passion.
Yeah.
The professional detailer, you started as a DIY detailer.
I'm a DIY detailer at heart because I have such passion for. No, seriously, that is my passion: is to be a hobbyist who's better than the professional. It's a weird space to be in.
Yeah.
But my heart is with you, where I don't really want to run a business. I just want my cars and the experience of cleaning my cars to be amazing.
Right. And for me, detailing started as an entrepreneurial aspect. Love cars as well, but for me, it started as a business. But the passion that the do-it-yourselfer brings, and it doesn't matter if you have a classic car, if you have a new car, if you have an old car, if you have a beat-up car, it doesn't matter. It's that fun of, I'm taking something that's dirty, grimy, and making it clean, and making it shine, and making it so that I enjoy driving it.
I like to talk about the meaning of life a lot, but really with detailing,
Yeah.
you're taking something that appears broken or damaged, and you're making it whole again. You're
Right.
working with your hands, and you literally see the transformation. And in a world of technology, things don't always feel that tangible.
No.
And to take a transformation from dirty or trash to clean and restored, it encapsulates a lot,
Right.
in that storyline, but the reality is it's just fun and rewarding.
Right. And not only that, we all know that a clean car drives faster, gets better fuel economy,
Exactly.
and sounds better too.
And you'll get all the ladies if you,
Yeah.
if you have a clean car.
The ladies or the guys, depending
Or
on
the guys.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I get so stuck in my vernacular because sometimes you're just in your detail shop polishing for 20 hours and you got a couple of guys in your shop. And there's a big world out there, and everyone loves cleaning their car or having to clean it.
Yeah, there's a lot of ladies out there cleaning their cars and doing it.
More so than ever before, and
Yeah.
they're way better than we are.
Exactly.
You're
They have more, well, my wife Sylvia is a prime example. She's a much better detailer than I'll ever be.
And she's nice about it.
Yeah, exactly.
We were polishing this car earlier, and she followed behind me a couple times, and basically did it over again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you could do better, Nick. And she didn't tell him that. She just grabbed the polisher and did it. But nonetheless, so yes, it's not just guys out there. It's not it's not a sport or a hobby reserved for any gender. It's a sport and a hobby that's fun for anyone. You own a car, you own a bicycle. It doesn't matter. A motorcycle, a boat. These products work on all platforms.
Once you realize the basic principles of how to wash a car, you can kind of become a superhero in a lot of cleaning spaces.
Yeah, exactly.
Which may not sound all that exciting to you or to most humans, but I love it. I love being able to clean stuff.
Yeah.
You can really make others happy, and a clean space, a lack of clutter on the interior of your car or a clean outside of your car, you do feel better. I feel
Right.
like mental health-wise, there is less clutter in here if you take care of your spaces.
Right. Like I said, a shiny car just is a better car.
I overcomplicate things, but my heart is exactly where your words
Yeah,
are.
exactly. So if you have any questions, again, please send them to us at questions.diydetail.com.
Actually, it's
Actually, not .at. You can tell how old I am. I don't even know what an email address is.
I
But
have these things called, it's the World Wide Web. Have you heard of it? www. It's a transformative technology.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a big deal one day.
yeah,
Questions,
everybody has these website things, right? So,
questions at diydetail.com.
and you can also reach us at DIY_detail on Instagram, DIY detail on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Facebook.
And seriously, ask questions. We're here to answer them. The products are awesome, and we really want to help you out so that you can just have fun cleaning your car.
Yeah. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. Please send us those questions. We love to answer them.
For Ivan, I'm Nick with DIY Detail.
See you in the next one.